it's Zach. Welcome back to the Heroverse. And guys, we just got done with Riverdale, Season 6, Episode 12, called In the Fog. We just got done watching it. I'm gonna let Annie go first, as she usually does, when she's on here on the channel. Annie, what did you like about this episode? It was a very episode, but at the same time, I did like some elements of this episode.
Nothing, to me, except for, the fact of, how Tabitha was telling Joe that he might die.
Yeah, and I was talking to Annie, and I told her, it's literally, the plot line from, Infinity War / Endgame, when, Doctor Strange looks at all these different possibilities of their outcome against fighting Thanos, and then there's only one that they won. And out of those one that they won, Tony had to make that sacrifice, and I kept saying, because we had the moment between Jughead and Tabitha, where he's like, how many did you see? And she's like, 1,000 and something. And he's like, how many did we win? 2.
Yeah, she's like, you only won 2.
And she's out of all those outcomes, you die. And out of those 2 outcomes, I'm assuming he's the one that sacrifices himself out of those 2 outcomes that they win. So it's kind of set in stone. I guess it's a fixed point in time where he needs to die for them to win. That's what it seems like. And of course, he's not ready to, come to terms with that. He's like, okay, just don't give up on me yet. I think that it's not a fixed point and we can change that. But also, I don't know. It's very, I feel like these writers are definitely taking stuff from, a popular items or, the popular IP of Marvel and how people like that. I feel like they're definitely taking some of the shit and putting it in this show. Because which is okay, whatever, I guess.
He was saying to me how he thinks that the Jughead down the bunker and
it was on the radio.
Yeah, from Riverdale. He is the one. He
has the radio down there, and then when Tabitha was mixing between the static and the stations, she's probably maybe tuned in to the Jughead station in Riverdale down in the bunker. That was my theory. I don't know if that's going to be true or not.
He's rewriting Riverdale.
And I'm thinking we will see that Jughead at some point that was in the bunker in Riverdale. We'll see him at some point. I feel like our characters will know maybe that, someone must be writing this. I'm still waiting for that moment because that's going to be a fun episode if we do get that moment. And that will show us, for all the people that have been wondering, do we think that Jughead in Riverdale is playing, is become insane, is playing God. We will see how his mindset is if we do get that.
The characters already know that there's another Jughead.
No, our characters don't. Our characters don't know that there's another Jughead in that Riverdale, and then they're being written. They don't know about any of that yet. The characters in Riverdale knew. Well, the only one that knew it was the other Jughead that knew that whatever knew it, and that Jughead stayed up. Remember, and then that Jughead went down. Remember that situation? So that's why I'm thinking that, we'll get them. That's probably what it's leading up to. But I thought this whole fog storyline was stupid. I wasn't excited for this episode at all. I thought it was stupid, especially when Alice ends up overhearing Tabitha, Archie, Cheryl?
No, Cheryl.
Tabitha, Archie, Cheryl.
No, it was Tabitha, Archie, Betty, and Jughead.
I could have swore Cheryl was at the table. Are you sure?
Cheryl wasn't there.
You're sure? Okay,
yeah,
I could have sworn.
Betty, Tabitha, and
well,
Jughead.
whatever. They're making a plan to get all the people that are still sane and aren't under Pickens's, mind control.
No, because
to get everybody.
They're trying to get Kevin because Kevin.
Well, Kevin is
under Percival, but he's so
not necessarily. He is, but he isn't. Clearly, he's thinking good enough to want to go to their thing. I don't think he's too far gone, and that's what even Tabitha says. He's not too far gone. So that's why, or somebody says that. So they're trying to get Tony to go. Of course, they're going to get Fangs to go. They're going to get Cheryl to go. They're gonna get. They're trying to get Kevin to go. They're trying to get everybody to go. That the people that are still aren't under Pickens' mind control to go to pretty much rally all together so they can stop Pickens or whatever, because he's gaining a lot of power, of course, as we know in Riverdale. And I guess Alice overhears it and is going to use the news broadcast and to make it sound like the fog is that there's some creature or something, or she makes it sound like, oh, it's this big storm coming. And I'm like, dude, it's just fog. You can still go outside. It's not like this, it's going to kill you or something, or it's not like this is some brutal storm. Yeah, I just hated the way they were making it sound, and their electricity going out was stupid.
It's hard to see in fog. But you can still.
She said, curl up with your loved ones, protect your loved ones, and go in your house. I said, what the frick is this? I said, it's not a tornado. It's not this brutal, like, hurricane. Like, no,
not a
it's fog,
tropical
bro.
storm.
And their electricity was going out. You know how stupid that was? I was like, okay, this is, like, so stupid to me. But whatever. I was like, okay, I guess. I was like, alright. I was like, whatever.
Percival being the mayor.
That bummed me out. And
That
he used
pissed
the
me off.
opportunity with the storm and how Alice was putting the fear in everybody saying stay inside.
Yeah, by giving them a curfew.
By giving them all a curfew, and that was at their favor because they're behind everybody's back. Or I guess behind Archie and all the people that are still like not controlled behind their back. They ruined their plans of getting everybody together to go against Parzival. Uncle Frank and Alice and the rest of the town and stuff. They all went behind their back of their plan. They stopped their plan from Archie and all them getting together to stop Parzival or Percival, whatever the hell. And I thought it was funny because while they're doing that, they all decide to make Percival the new mayor of Riverdale. I was like, how? I was like, how? I was like, I guess. I mean, I feel like that's higher up control. Not even for Alice and them to control that. I was like, how is that possible?
I just think it made me sound bad because I love Hiram. But he is like the new Hiram this season.
He is. That's pretty much what he is. Yeah.
Hiram died.
I don't know. I like how they're doing this with Percival's villain, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, like there comes to a point where like, I don't know. It's like you can still fight him. What really annoys me is again that these writers ruined this whole plot line with Archie with like how his powers were working and stuff. So it's like Archie's afraid to go near Percival in general, like at all. Even though, again, it's not like kryptonite and you fall to your knees, you can still beat the shit out of Percival, but you're not going to go do it. I just find that very stupid to me. That's like Archie and them just won't go. Like, just go take out this dude already. That's the only way you're going to take out this dude. Only way. That's the only way I see you taking out this dude. And of course, there was a lot of hints and like their nods to the devil and angels. And then we have, I'll let you talk about what visit Cheryl got, which was crazy.
Oh, yeah. Cheryl got a visit from her mom because she kicked Penelope out of Thornhill.
I thought she died.
And then
that's what I thought.
Penelope comes back because she said she was like living with the Sisters of Quiet Mercy.
And I told Annie they all died.
Well, maybe some of them died.
They all died. I think it was around the time of Griffins and the Gargoyles. They all died at that time. They all died. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Unless it's like not just a Riverdale thing and it's wherever, which I'm assuming because she said she went all around the globe or something or some crap. And she wanted to go to get Cheryl's forgiveness. And I'll let you talk about the whole what she was keeping from Cheryl because that was rude. I was like, damn,
oh my
I feel
god,
bad.
She obviously favored Jason. Both of her parents.
Clearly, yeah.
Clifford and Penelope both favored Jason. You can tell.
Yeah.
Cheryl had this best friend in junior high. Her name was Heather.
Her first love, essentially. That's what boils the truth. That's what they're hinting towards.
Her mom kept letters that Heather wrote to Cheryl from her for years.
And yeah, that was hard. Good on Madeline with her acting. She's good. And I just want to talk about what's her name? The girl that plays Veronica. I know it. I just don't. Is it Camilla? Her acting in this episode was really good too. I mean, they're always good, but like their emotional sequences in this episode was like top notch. Especially Camilla's one was top notch for Veronica.
The thing I hate is like when it comes to like Veronica and Reggie's like
relationship, it's toxic. They work so well because they're kind of like alike, but it's so toxic.
But he always brings Archie into
and I hate it. Yeah,
conversation.
I told Annie, I was like, yeah, that's because I told Annie when he kept bringing up Archie again. I'm like, really, bro? You keep bringing up Archie. You keep bringing up her ex-boyfriend. She's not even the one doing it, and you're doing it. I understand because it's like Archie, Reggie. Annie doesn't see it that way, but I was like, I mean, I understand. Like, I mean, if you're coming second to Archie if you're coming into a relationship after you just dated Archie, I can understand. But like, that's kind of funny though. I thought that was funny.
I like Katie App and I like Archie, but this is Archie.
I think Archie's a way cooler dude than Reggie, so I understand this dilemma he's got going on. But like. But I feel bad for Reggie at the same time. But Reggie's doing it. It's not even Veronica doing it. It's Reggie keep bringing up her ex-boyfriend. It's like, she's trying to move on with you, dude, and you keep bringing him up. I was like, dude, you're an idiot. But I don't know about that. And then they kind of like came up with after their whole strip poker, which, because, Reggie was going to clean out his locker and then leave. But she was having a drink by herself and decided to stay since there's no one in. Everybody has their curfew and they're all in, and she's at Babylonium right now. And he's going to clean out his locker, so they end up doing a strip poker, and they end up having sex, it seems like. And after that, they kind of realize that they're not fit for each other because they keep rolling back into the thing of where, Reggie wanted Veronica to get rid of the picture. She's like, oh, I will, but you can tell she don't really want to.
His face.
I was like, because it's creepy with Hiram's picture looming over when they're about to, like, have sex. It's so weird. It's weird because she does have, it's essentially daddy issues. She does. So, I mean, I think it's weird that you would want to have a monster, whether it's your dad or not, a shrine to him on your thing, literally, and you're about to have sex in front of your dad's portrait. That's weird. So I understand where Reggie is coming from. That is weird, and she kind of made it sound like she's like, oh, I will, but he's like, I don't think you will, because, I just don't think you will. Can we do it now? Because I don't think you will later on. And it's true. I feel like, she would somehow not do it, in a way. And I feel like, they don't match, because, she resembles a lot like her father, and he resembles a lot like his mother, like he said, like, oh, my mother always put herself in work. She never, like, focused up on the relationship or something. I think he said something like that? And, like, you're like your father, where you're, like, you focus too much on your work, too, and you don't put enough in on the relationship.
She put a lot more into her career than being with my father, so.
Exactly. So I feel like we're kind of, they're just not good for each other. They are, but they aren't. They're good for each other in the way of they're toxic, and that's why they would work, and they know it's not good. So they decide to cut it, make quits, and pretty much become friends still, I'm assuming. And I don't know. I mean, I thought for sure, going back to Cheryl, I thought she was going to kill her mom after she gave those notes, because she was ready to kill her mom when she realized, when she saw Penelope walk into the room with Julian. Was that the thing, doll's name? Was it? I forget that. Yeah. And which it has Abigail. No, it doesn't. No, does it? I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Julian. Yeah. Abigail's and Julian's. The vessel doll of Julian now. So I don't know. She thought that she was gonna release Abigail or something. Isn't that the doll's name?
Yeah, but wasn't like there somebody a character?
Well, yeah, wasn't it? It was their the kid that wasn't born. Remember, there was three twins. Remember, but one wasn't born. I think that's it. Yeah, Penelope's son, brother that wasn't, that wasn't born. But yeah, honestly, I thought she was gonna kill her after that, but luckily, I think she is gonna forgive her, and I think she's gonna let her go back to Sisters of Quiet Mercy, which is good. I mean, I'm happy that kind of like Penelope found her way. At least that's what it seems like. I mean, she was really getting emotional with Cheryl, and I really felt bad.
I thought the building of the Sisters of Quiet Mercy is still there.
But I'm worried because we know how the Sisters of Quiet Mercy do bad things. But that was the Sisters of Quiet Mercy in Riverdale. And if these aren't the same Sisters of Quiet Mercy, then maybe they're doing stuff that's good out wherever she's at, wherever she found them. So I feel like, okay, she might be on the right track, but I don't want to say that because we know how crazy Penelope can be. And I'm going to hold off because I don't know if she's like putting on the front for Cheryl or if she's actually sorry and asking for forgiveness. I think she is, though, because I've never seen that like feel so bad and really like talk to Cheryl and say, I'm sorry for all the stuff I did. Please forgive me. So I don't know. I'm on the side of like, I hope she's on the right track now, Penelope. I just thought she was dead at first. Like I thought she died, but I guess she didn't die. I guess she just got kicked out of Thornhill. But yeah, what else did you like? Did you like anything about, Betty, and there was some Betty and Archie stuff?
I don't like Archie, so I'm not going to say anything.
Well, I like the Betty and Archie stuff. I liked how they had their moment, like, after, Betty saw that shadowy figure out in the front of her house. I was like, not Black Hood? I keep saying Black Hood. Is that the trash bag killer? At least that's what I thought. But then, then she went over to Archie's, and then they just stayed together.
Zach thinks that the trash bag killer is Moose.
Yeah, because Moose is back out of nowhere. And I'm sorry, the body type of the trash bag killer and the body type of Moose are very accurate. And I'm thinking to myself, this dude came out of nowhere. And he's kind of acting weird around Kevin. I mean, like, it was kind of acting like, I wouldn't say, like, oh, like, someone that missed like someone that just thought I could jump back into the way they left it off with Kevin, and kind of gave me weird vibes.
You can't do that.
I mean, I was happy that, because I was rooting for Moose and Kevin back when they were together, but, like, I don't know, it was very weird to the point where I'm like, I don't trust you. Your dad was kind of like was about to kill you both for what you were about to do and stuff. So I wouldn't put past that maybe you got scarred too, and maybe you're kind of like a bad guy now too.
I thought that.
I don't know. I feel like there's some. I don't know.
Moose's dad learned.
He tried killing them. Remember?
Yeah, but I thought he ended up supporting them.
No, he ended up being put in prison, and then he finally just got out. And Moose said he's trying, like, oh, my dad, just got out of prison. He's kind of, he's accepted in me now, blah, 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 blah. I just don't, I think that all that trauma, maybe, because, how Kevin said he had some trauma too. I feel like maybe that trauma made Moose become a serial killer and maybe become the trash bag killer. That's just a long shot theory. I don't know if that's going to be true or not. But he just acted very weird. I don't know if anybody else caught that too. I just felt like he's acting a little bit weird. I hope he's not, but you never know. It's Riverdale. But, I don't know, Betty being there with Archie, that was really cute. I hated the whole electricity going out in people's places, not at, like, it was all at different times. It's like,
Pops.
Dude, we just saw the electricity go out. Why is it now going out here? I hated how they did that, but I guess they wanted to show right when all, like, the point of view when every single, like, the point of view when the electricity went out, we saw it through every character's perspective of what they were going through. I just didn't like it.
How was that a Jughead at Pops? Betty and Archie at Archie's house. Yeah. Cheryl and Penelope at Thornhill. Reggie and Veronica at Babylonian. There was another.
But it was cute when they.
Kevin and Miss at the school.
Yeah, but it was cute when.
And then Fangs and Tony at their house.
Yeah, but it was cute with Archie and Betty, of course. I always loved the Barchie stuff. I thought it was. She mentioned that, she was off birth control after the whole trash bag killer thing.
Because she was with him for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, so
she
was off for, so.
She was off of it when that happened.
So, of course, we get hints that she might be pregnant, and we have a pregnancy test by the end of this episode, and they kind of leave it, like, cut it off right before she's about to tell us what it is. Yeah. Whereas I'm going to assume she is pregnant. I'm just going to assume that, and they're going to go, and they're going to have a kid. I'm going to assume that. I don't know if it's going to be true or not. We'll find out probably in the next episode.
I'm told that that's kind of crazy that he's going to be a dad in the show because he's a dad in real life. That's
not really that crazy. I mean, what's the girl who plays Tony?
Vanessa.
Vanessa is a mother in real life, and she's a mother on the show. It's common. But I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. That's great. I'm happy they're starting a family. I'm happy. Like, I'm just pissed off that, like, they had a conversation where, like, oh, what are we doing? Betty's like, what are we doing, Archie? Are we together? I'm like, I would hope so. Like, why don't you guys just call yourselves boyfriend and girlfriend? Like, why are we waiting so long to label this? Like, it's not just some fling. You guys like each other. Label it. I was like, this is so stupid to me. It's taking you guys this long.
They dated for, like, briefly, like, season 2? 3?
I don't think they, no.
Yeah, they did.
Did they? I don't think so.
They remember they were in the car in the episode and he's wearing his Letterman jacket?
They weren't dating. They just kissed because of I knew what you were talking about. That was before they were going to, like, go, they weren't sure if they were going to survive going against the Black Hood or whatever, so they just kissed each other, but they didn't date. They didn't date until now. And so we waited this long for this, and they haven't even given themselves the label. I was like, come on now. But other than that, though, about this episode, I really didn't... I did enjoy it, but like I said, I did enjoy the whole fog aspect of how it was over-dramatic and then the electricity going off at different points after we just saw the electricity being off. I thought it was stupid. And I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see where this is going. I'm hoping it goes the way I think it's going to go, or at least I hope it's going to go, to make the storyline work out, that we'll eventually get some answers on how they got abilities, eventually get some answers on if we, like, them finding out that their universe is being written by a Jughead in a different universe, and all that stuff. I want to know when this stuff is going to happen, and I hope it happens soon.
I'm going to say this.
Because we know we're getting a season, 7?
Yeah.
So I don't even know how many more seasons of Riverdale we're going to get. I think they should end it in season 7. I don't think we should keep going past season 7. Because, I mean, if they have a kid this season, or a kid next season, I hope they end it, honestly. Because I don't want this to keep going. Because, I mean, we're kind of running out of stories to tell, it seems like. Like, this is the bare minimum of an end. I think they should have ended it in this season, but I don't know. We'll see when it ends. The series.
I like Tabitha with Jughead than I did with him with Betty. But I still
I like it more. I like it more too.
I
they
still
definitely
like
match
Archie,
more.
but I like him with Tabitha more.
They match better.
I feel like she cares more about Jughead than Betty did.
I don't think that. I think that they click more. They're on the same page usually about things. I think he found his right match, and Archie and Betty were always supposed to be together. It was there from square one. I don't know. I'm just hoping that this season ends on a good note for me to want to even watch season 8. Of course I will, because we've made it this far. But I don't know. I think depending on the way they end this season, that's going to depict how excited I am for season 8, and it's going to depict if I'm thinking that they should end it in season 8. To be honest, for where we are now with stories, I do think that season 8 should be its last season, or season 7, because we're going on to 7 next year. So I do think season 7 should be its last season. I do think so. Or 8 at the latest. I don't think it should go to 9 or 10. We're really pushing it. We're really scraping at the bottom of the barrel for stories. Especially because I'm definitely getting hints that they're taking stuff from Marvel, literally. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying it, of course, because I'm a big superhero buff. I'm enjoying what I'm getting. I'm just annoyed that Archie's backing down, it looks like, from Parzival after he got his ass beat for no reason. Because these crappy writers wrote it where it's like he lost all memory of his boxing skill. That pisses me off still.
Zach is very excited because on the 5th, he's going to see Doctor Strange.
This Thursday, baby. This Thursday. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I am excited. My spoiler review will be up that Thursday. And also, I think I might be back in time for Legacies, so that will probably be up that day,
too. And if not, review it
Friday.
And if he's not back in Legacies, we will do it Friday after I get off work.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited from, I liked some parts of this episode. I didn't like some parts of this episode. It made me sad because Camila, yeah. She did the great. Like I said, Veronica. She does a great job as Veronica.
Madeline.
Her emotions in that scene where she's talking to Reggie. That was very. I felt for Veronica in that moment. I usually don't, but I felt for her. She kind of feels alone, and she's kind of She even said I gave this same ultimatum with Archie, when I asked him to come with me to New York and he wanted to stay here. I'm giving the same ultimatum to you, either leave, stop talking about Archie, and you know what I mean, let's just keep doing this or whatever, or that's it. And she even asked her, Veronica, Reggie asked her, if you could have it, you're perfect in your perfect world.
Who would you go to New York with?
And she wouldn't even answer that question. And he's like, you could have just said me, Veronica. You could have just said me, and that would have been it. But she didn't. And that's the problem. Where I do think she's kind of still likes Archie. I do think that's something that she just will always still like him.
Because at one point, she did want Archie to go to New York with her.
At one point, yeah. She wanted to get... Remember when she got back? She left her husband for Archie. Which I think was Jesus... I just think that I hated that plot line. I was like, wow, dude, Archie, you're going after a girl that's married, and Veronica, you're married. You're going to do... I just thought that was such a stupid plot line. I'm like, Archie, you should have more respect than that, man. I was like, you should have more respect enough to not go after somebody that they're married. I was like, come on, bro. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what episodes we're gonna get. Also next Sunday, I'm excited to see the next episode. I'm excited to see how we're gonna end this season off. And yeah, it was a pretty good episode. Again, there were some parts I did not like, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you liked about that episode, Annie? Any theories you have or nothing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Yeah, like I said, again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put in those notifications, like this video. I'd love to have you guys here, a part of the fam, a part of the channel. All of us spreading love, positivity, and motivation. And guys, literally, we're almost to 500 subscribers. Right now, we're at 492, I actually think, and we're almost to 500 subscribers. We're at 492. And I'm super excited. Literally, we're almost there. I would love to get to 500 before my birthday. My birthday is literally this Sunday. And I would love it if that was an early birthday present, me getting to my goal to 500. That'd be amazing. And also, it benefits if we get to 500, I get to open up the community tab, which I actually get to ask you guys questions down, like, you know what I mean? I get to talk to you guys about whatever I'm thinking about that day, or if news breaks, I get to put it up on a poll and ask you guys, are if you excited for it or whatever. It just opens up a lot more communication and a lot more fun things to add to the channel. And I'm really trying to open up the community tab, but I can't do it until I hit 500. So yet again, if you've come across my videos before, or our videos before, for Riverdale, Legacies, All-American, Homecoming, Stargirl, did I say Legacies?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, any of those, and also a whole bunch of other shows that I do here on the channel, or movies, or whatever.
June 22nd.
Subscribe to and put those notifications.
June 22nd. We are going to binge watch Umbrella Academy.
Yes, we are.
And then we'll do a whole
spoiler review.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it up there. But yeah, that was the video, guys. Yeah, we can go.
I don't have time, but do you have anything else going on in July?
I don't know. I have to check the calendar.
Alright, well, if he has something going on,
I have a lot of stuff this year in general.
But I'm having anything on the 9th of July because we're going to a concert.
Yeah, we are. We're going to Big Time Rush. Yeah, we are. We're going to Big Time Rush.
It's actually our first Big Time Rush concert, though.
Yeah, first Big Time Rush concert. We've been fans of Big Time Rush ever since the show.
I actually bought tickets. It's actually for his birthday.
And I'm excited. That's in July? July 9th. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I cannot wait. But yeah, guys, that was the video. We hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and we'll see you guys next Sunday for episode 13 of Riverdale. Peace.